Welcome in. Ooh, you can't give a pussy clap going into the weekend. Welcome in. I am the Crypto Bull God, and this is all in the charts. If you appreciate the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, drop me a comment. You gotta click that bell icon for all notifications to know when I go live each and every single weekday, even on a Friday. Guys, there is nothing more exciting that I could do on a Friday at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. I am the Crypto Bull God, and this is all in the charts. If you appreciate the content, make sure to hit the... What is going on? There's nothing more exciting that I could do on a Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time than go live from my own live stream. This is fantastic. No, I'm happy to be here with you guys. Glad to have you in here. Today's live stream, just to let you know, Kathleen, welcome in. Oof, welcome in. Let's fucking go. Can CQT keep pumping? My AI gem also, in my opinion, I think everyone needs to want at least 50 ILV gaming will be a huge job. We took a look at that yesterday, my friend. Today's live stream, what I want to do is, there'll be a couple charts I'll probably take a look at with you guys here, but really I just want this to be all about whoever is joining me on this Friday evening. Look, it's rainy in South Florida. It's very demotivating to go outside right now. I am very happy that I'm staying indoors and not doing anything, quite honestly. At the end of this live stream, I'm going to sit my ass on the couch and I'm just going to relax. That's what I'm doing this evening. So no plans this evening. I'm going to go out this weekend, but tomorrow and then Sunday obviously is football Sunday. So I'll stay in and watch the Birds crush the who I still refer to as the Washington Redskins. They're the Washington Commanders, which is still like so foreign to me. It feels so weird saying that, but yeah, no, the weather, I don't know about you guys. I was actually having a conversation over text message with someone about this. The weather really hits me, and I don't know if it's because I'm a sensitive soul. I don't know what it is, but the weather really impacts my mood. So when it's all week, it's just like cloudy and rainy, which is what it's been here. I haven't been in a bad mood. I've just kind of felt like all week, you know. Next week, at the moment, of course, in South Florida, the forecast can change pretty rapidly here down in Fort Lauderdale. But next week, it looks like the weather's going to clear up. It's going to be sunshine and rainbows, which will be great. But it's been pretty, like, blah. So even Saturday, like, whatever plans I'm making, looking for something to do indoors. Like, not going to be outdoors at all whatsoever. So did want to cover a couple charts with you guys. Glad to see you in here. Drop me a comment. Let me know you're on the live stream. DJ, of course, brother, I knew you'd be here. Happy Friday, brother. But I want to open up the floodgates here to questions, right? We're going to make this a pretty quick live stream. Not going to be on here super long. Make the most of it. Ask me your questions, all right? For everyone tuning in late, well, that's on them. But we're at least going to evaluate the charts and take a look at a couple things here that I've spoken to on price action here. So you can see on the daily, one of the things I spoke to yesterday, we got our close. You see that green bullish candlestick body above the descending line of resistance. Now you see, and I speak to this all the time, we wicked below the descending resistance, but we didn't care about that level of volatility. It was all about getting that candle body close above roughly 26,800. We're currently sitting at 26,890. Diet Sprite. So we're sitting at 26,890. So we just really want to close ideally above this descending line of resistance. That's going to start to, again, because we're above the 50 simple moving average on the daily, because we're above that descending resistance, which we haven't been able to get a candle body close above, this is the confirmation candle. If we get that close today, again, the way I would term it, and I'm very careful with my words, very cautiously optimistic. Very cautiously optimistic, okay? Because now, obviously, the next move, now we're above the 50 simple moving average. We've broken this downward resistance. What do you think I'm going to say? 200 simple moving average, right? It's all about that $28,000 area. I think the thing we really would have liked to have seen, honestly, this month was to get a close above that $28,000 area. That's really what I wanted to see this month. We didn't get it. So, again, we'll have to evaluate the monthly at the close on... Wait, is it Sunday or... there's only 30 days in September. For some reason, October has 31 days. Sometimes I forget. So the monthly close will occur on Saturday. I've considered doing a live stream on Sunday after the Birds crush the Washington Redskins on Sunday. I'm still going to refer to them as the Washington Redskins. They're going to crush them on Sunday. I've considered doing a live stream on Sunday. Either that or I'll publish a chart, a video on Bitcoin. I might just do a live stream on Sunday, guys. Drop me a comment if you'd like me to go live on Sunday. If you want me to go live on Sunday covering the monthly close on Bitcoin, as well as several other monthly closes, let me know. Drop me a comment. Maybe I'll consider going live on Sunday over a published video. Regardless, this is what we're seeing in the charts right now. Now, the other thing I wanted to evaluate with you guys, we're not going to look at the monthly close in the indices. We'll save that for either Sunday, depending upon the interest level, or Monday. I did want to take a look at the DXY with you. I haven't looked at it all day, honestly. So where did we close? Again, we wanted a nice long wick on this thing. The longer, the better. Where did we close? Okay, so did we close down today? We had to have closed down today. Very thin. Okay, so we went all the way down here to 105. Would have been really nice if we would have closed under 106, which we didn't. So I'll have to see. There's still enough strength here. Again, we're right in that topping zone of the DXY. We'll evaluate the monthly, but there's still enough present in the chart that maybe this thing goes a little bit higher before it rolls over. Either event, I don't want you guys to like parse words here and really lose sight of what I'm saying. Whether we've topped already perfectly in the topping zone that I've spoken to, or whether I'm a little off and I'm incorrect and it goes higher to 107 or 108, maybe 109. The point is, I still believe from a big picture perspective, this thing is going to roll over. And when it rolls over, it's going to roll over hard, because the reason I say that, we've had all of these significant green candles up. I'm actually curious if there's a rising wedge forming. I have not looked at that. Let's look at that live together. I haven't even considered looking at that yet. Is there a rising wedge? Let's look at a 2-week. I'm actually curious looking at this. A rising wedge would be bearish, which would be bullish for equities and crypto. No. You're stretching it. Can't really say that there's a... Nah, if you go to a weekly... Nah, you'd be... Unfortunately, no. You see, now the reason we can't draw a rising wedge here, let me explain to you why we can't draw a rising... Wow. I sound like Elmer Fudd. The reason, this is an upward channel. The reason I can't draw this like this, although this would be beautiful if we could draw it like that, because this would be a very bearish pattern. The reason we can't draw it this way and run from anyone who says this is a rising wedge, you're drawing it right through the candle bodies here on 2 candle bodies. We can't do that. That's an invalid pattern. So this is not a rising wedge. I just saw that in the chart right now and figured I'd take a look at it with you guys. But we'll have to see how the DXY, it's either going to top out right in the perfect zone that I spoke about, or it's going to top a little higher. Either way, I think this thing's going to roll over hard. You damn right I'm live on a Friday. Come on. I had a awesome workout this morning. Had a bro workout. Worked the delts. Worked the side delts, the front delts, the rear delts. Worked the biceps. Got the bicep action going on. Got the 18-inch pythons. Worked the abs. Did a little military press. It was a good workout. Cardio, did 40 minutes of cardio. All around, it was a great workout. Leaning out a little bit. Lost a couple pounds. Lost a couple LBs. Leaning out a little bit. So, I'm already lean, but decided to lose a couple pounds. So, I was up to, I'll share with you guys. I actually, because of some things I've been going through, I've had more doctor visits than I care to share. But I weighed more than I thought. I thought I weighed around 168. I was up to 177. And psychologically, what that does to you even though I know my body fat percentage is astronomically low and it's mostly all muscle, I can see that looking in the mirror. It still psychologically fucks with you because you think you're closer to 168. So so I've actually been weighing food items and been a little bit more cognizant of how much food I'm eating, just because I don't know. It's funny. It plays a mental game with you. So I'm down to weighed myself this morning. I'm at $175, $174. So anyway, 5'8". For everybody keeping track, I'm 5'8". I know I look about 6 foot, but I'm only 5'8". With the hair gives me an extra inch or two. I'm like 5'9", 5'10" with the hair. So let's see what else we got. What else we got here? MD, I have shared all my thoughts on Caspa. You can go to my YouTube homepage. I publish Caspa videos every single week because of how excited I am about the project. Those videos tell you my current thoughts on price action, so I don't need to speak to Caspa. I just had a video come out recently. When a 24-hour live stream. Oof, you would not want a 24-hour live stream. Yes, 24-hour live stream Sunday. Well, 24-hour live stream would involve a lot of weight training. Look, I'm just going to keep things out there. I'm just going to be honest with you. If you actually witness me weight training, it would put you to shame. You have no idea the intensity level when I'm in the gym. There are people stronger than me. There are people faster than me. Nobody outworks me in the gym. The intensity level is off the charts. I will say that. That is one thing I will speak to myself on. My intensity level in the gym. If you spoke to anyone who sees me in the gym, that is one thing I can say about myself in the gym. The level of effort, the intensity, and how hard I work, I will put you to shame. You don't want to see that shit. Plus, then on Sunday, watching an Eagles game, there'll be some drinking going on, especially since I've gone dry the entire month of September. There will be some decent drinking going on during the Eagles game. So I'll have to consider when I go live on Sunday if I go live. 24-hour live stream, that'd be rough. Just wear platform shoes. No, man, when I was younger, funny thing is, when I was younger and a little bit less secure with myself, when I was like pushing 20 in my young 20s, I was a little bit insecure about my height. I wanted to be a little bit taller, maybe around the age of 18, 19, 20. I'm done with all that stuff. I'm super comfortable with myself. 5'8", perfect height. I'm good with it. DJ Neutronic is going 3 months alcohol free. Better you than I. 1 month is enough for me, and we're going to call it a day. So that's what I'm seeing on the DXY. That's all I got. That's all I got, guys. So I want some questions on the live stream. We are doing a Q&A segment on the live stream. Fun fact, I have what I call a crypto OG. A crypto OG portfolio. It's all located on my ledger. Of course, everything I store, most of what I store, I shouldn't say everything, but most of what I store is completely in cold storage, very secure. I have my OG portfolio, and in my OG portfolio, I have Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Monero. Now, I'm thankfully a Monero holder. Ethereum Classic. XRP, I wouldn't even qualify as an OG portfolio. That's just something I've held for a while. XLM, Digibot I've held, I wouldn't even count that because I'm counting the smaller, I should say the smaller holds. Smaller OG holds I hold Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, Ethereum Classic, XMR, XLM, Doge, Zcash, and Dash. So I have 8 coins sort of in a smaller holding OG portfolio. Just picked up 6 more Dash coins today. So again, I just like having a portfolio of a lot of the old school coins. I don't really know if I'm going to sell them once we start to get towards euphoric levels. I just like knowing that I think that's that side of me that's been in this space for a long time, and I really just appreciate a lot of the technology. I mean, if they start pulling a 20x, then I might have to consider selling. But yeah, I haven't factored that into in terms of my own independent financial analysis of my personal situation invested in crypto. I have not factored in any OG coins that I hold and how they'll perform. That's just a bonus if I sell it. What questions do you guys have for me? We'll see about that, DJ. That would be nice. It'd be a bonus. Because I hold a bunch of. Honestly, it's not a small amount. I own a bunch of Ethereum Classic in particular. Dash. I own a bunch of Dash, Zcash, XLM. I own a decent stack of XLM. Bitcoin Cash a little bit. Not much Bitcoin Cash. Not much Litecoin. XMR. I just started establishing a position in. Doge, I don't have too much Doge. Digibyte, I have a chunk of Digibyte. I will say Digibyte, yeah. See, Link, here's the thing, DJ. I don't consider Link an OG coin. That's how long I've been in this space personally. So for me, Link it's not a new coin, but it's a older new coin. OG coins are the ones that have been here since 2007 or before. 2007. 2017 or before. But I did own a decent amount of Chainlink at one point. I don't own any at the moment. It's a good question, Kathleen. Let's take a look. Why the hell not? Let's take a look at Dash and use the similar sort of commentary for Zcash because it's a very, very similar commentary. Although personally, I like the chart better on Dash than Zcash. Now, one of the things I can't quite understand for Dash, how in the world did the SEC, I mean, the SEC is a mess. But how in the world did they say that Dash, which is a proof of work coin, how is this a security? It makes absolutely no sense to me. In any event, it hasn't been labeled as a security, but they've mentioned it as being a securities offering, which makes, again, zero sense to me. It shows the SEC has absolutely no freaking clue what they're doing. You can see here, much like, hey, let's have an honest conversation, guys, for all who are part of the XRP community. Dash, similar to XRP, underperformed relative to the market. Why do I say that? We hit a high here back in December of 17 at, what was this, $1,600. Okay, so here's the high. In 2021, our high only went up to $500, right? So 1/3 of the value. It's the same thing. You know, it triggers people who are maximalists in the XRP community. I call them people in the XRP army. Notice my tweets are the XRP community, not the XRP army. I can't stand maximalism. I don't care if it's Bitcoin, XRP, or any other token. It triggers people when you speak factual information, which is the fact that XRP only hit like $2. And its all-time high back in 17 was, depending on what exchange you look at, 334, 354, 385. So somewhere in between 330 and 380, right? So it hit nowhere near its all-time high. Same thing with Dash. So the question you really have to ask yourself is, you know, and you can see here, we're in a falling wedge, which is bullish. But the question you do need to ask yourself is we're starting to break down below the lows of March of 20 and where we bottomed here in November of 22. You know, there's a lot of weakness in the chart. You really have to ask yourself how strong the chart is. So will Dash ever get back up to $1,600? I think over time, I would like to believe over time that this project will continue to appreciate in value and at some point be back up to these levels. Will it be back up at $1,600 by next year? I find it highly unlikely. I think the targets you realistically should look for on Dash, the first target, depending when we start to go ballistic here, we're going to hit up towards descending resistance. Now, if we can manage to break descending resistance whenever we start to hit that, you're only talking about maybe $145, maybe $160 up towards 200, right? So you have descending resistance here, and then clearly this needs to be red. I don't know why this is green here. Then you have these other areas. We could double top around, $500 up towards 280, 363. So Kathleen, honestly, if my top in Bitcoin is correct, and altcoins would obviously top after Bitcoin, let's say that Dash tops in, let's just pick a date here. Let's pick right here, this month of August, right? If we topped in August, what I would be looking for is this range right in here, honestly. Right here. Anywhere between 160 and $400 to $500. So I don't think by next year we're not going to pull a ridiculous. I mean, to go from $27 all the way up to $1,600, I don't see that happening. So that's just being realistic. Same comments on Zcash, right? And again, it has nothing to do with the project. It has everything to do. This is what's important as an investor. You have to be able to separate those emotions from logic, right? And that's why when I can evaluate a chart like XRP, and I can say, hey, I think it's awesome the things that Ripple is going after with payment remittances and cross-border transactions and eliminating those Nostro-Vostro accounts. I've done a ton of research on XRP and Ripple, okay? You're not going to come out here and start to try to educate me on that technology. I've done plenty of research, all right? So there's a difference between looking at it fundamentally, but then looking at a chart and saying, hey, XRP has been a big underperformer. That is a fact, okay? And until the chart starts to reverse, there's no way I'm going to fall into camp. Even if I respect a technical analyst who says, yeah, I see XRP going to like $25, $30, there is no way I'm coming out and saying XRP is going to $25 or $30 until it starts to show me some strength in the chart. The thing hasn't even broken $3 or $4, right? It hasn't even gotten up to $5. How in the hell am I going to come out here and say it's going to hit $25, $30 when it never even broke its prior all-time high? I would be being disingenuous, and I would be a technical analyst that is not evolving with the price data, right? Remember, I was a technical analyst that came out here in 2019 and as late as 2020 and said, yes, I saw XRP going to $20 or $30. I was out here saying that. But as the chart continued to evolve over time, we were getting into 2021 and 2022, I was like, whoa, take a step back here, CBG. This thing is not going to hit. Let's try to get $5, $6, $7. All right. So the chart evolved, right? The more price data we got within the chart, it allowed us to make a more informed decision based on that emerging price data. It's the same thing I do at work as an actuary. We get emerging price data. It tells us a different story than what we had in the past. And so our conclusion on what we can expect reasonably moving forward changes. It evolves, right? You're not going to find me out here talking about $20 or $30 XRP. No, it's not happening there. I will tell you right now, there is an extremely small likelihood that ever happens next year, all right? You can go on here on Twitter and you can find any moon boy you want, somebody who's going to feed into your emotional need and tell you what you want to hear. And if that's how you want to operate, congratulations, you'll continue staying poor, all right? But if you want to operate in the realm of logic, reasonability, and being sensical, come back to the channel because I'm going to tell you what you want to hear, what you need to hear, not necessarily what you want to hear. Okay, that is why I'm here. I'm always going to remain authentic and genuine. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear, what feeds into your emotions. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. And XRP has a very, 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 very small likelihood of hitting those price levels next year of $20 to $30. I do not see that happening. Is it realistic for XRP to double top at 380 or 350? Yes. Is it realistic it could get as high as $5 next year? Yeah, I could see that happening. I could see $5 next year. Once you start getting past $5, it's getting a little bit more hairy, all right? So, but I'll put out a video evaluating what I think is a realistic top for XRP next year at some point here. Answered that. Maybe I'll do some Diet Sprites and vodka on game day. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'm trying to think about what game day drink I want to do. Because based on my plans for Saturday, I may not even be drinking Saturday. So my buddy told me we were gonna. He told me last weekend he was free on Saturday, We should get together Saturday. And then when it came time to make plans this week, he was unavailable because he needs to get stuff done with his wifey. So I made other plans, but I don't think I'm going to be drinking on Saturday, so probably wait until Sunday. DJ Neutronic, what it sounds like to me is if you have a hard time evaluating other cryptos because you have such tunnel vision on the ones you own, it sounds like an emotional connection that you have to your projects, which is could be a potential death blow. Now, one thing I did mention about when the Black Swan event occurred in December of 20 with that bullshit lawsuit on Ripple, I said that one of the things I learned was that I was too heavily weighted in XRP, and that I needed to diversify myself between XRP and XLM because they're going after very similar things, and that's what I did. Don't marry your project, okay? Don't marry your project because people who held, thankfully I didn't, but people who held Luna Classic, and I'm not laughing at anyone who held it, but thankfully I didn't hold it, but anyone who held Luna Classic would tell you don't become married to a project. Know what if you're putting like serious money into something, dear God, know what you're investing in. Like, truly know what you're investing in. And then remain convicted until something material changes. But you should always be open to evaluating something else, right? If I wasn't open to evaluating something else, I never would have put a dime into Caspa. But here I am now. I hold a significant amount of Caspa. By my standards, I hold a significant amount because I did my own due diligence, spent the time researching it, and saw, wow, I think that Caspa has a really, really solid likelihood of any project I personally have evaluated of not getting into the top 20, breaking into the top 10, and being a really serious project moving forward in the years to come. I'm putting a lot of my own money in this because I believe in this project, all right? And that was a project I didn't even know about last year, but I saw a lot of people talking about it over the course of this year, and I was like, what's the deal with this project? What can you guys tell me about this? So I started doing my own research. 500 ETH would be, 500 ETC, I won't pull up my ledger balance. I'm trying to think, how much ETC do I have? I don't have 500 ETC. 500 ETC. Now, that'd be a decent amount to have, especially, if you theorize it could get up to that $400, $500 level. Let's say it hits $350. You're talking about $175,000. I mean, if we look at the ETC chart, let's look at the Ethereum Classic chart, okay? So realistically, you didn't even ask a question, Oof, but I'm going to answer it for you anyway. Now, we broke this channel, which isn't concerning to me at all. This wasn't going to maintain itself for the rest of the existence of ETC. But if we look at potentially where ETC could go, if we look at the bottom here to approximately the top here and project all the way down to the bottom, anywhere between, this is 300, I'd go to the 1.618 to the 2.618 to the 3.618. So depending if we top in late 2000, mid 2024, you could be talking about a $400 to $500, $600, $650 Ethereum Classic. Hard to believe, right? But again, Ethereum Classic was despite whatever your view is on it. And full disclosure, I'll share this with you. I'm not going to tell you how much. I own Ethereum Classic in my retirement account. Why do I own Ethereum Classic in my retirement account? Well, because when I look at the chart, it's an extremely bullish chart, okay? We hit a high back in January of 18 of like $45. We proceeded in 2021 to go nearly 5x higher to $180. Who's to say we can't double this price and at least hit 360? So if you own 500 Ethereum Classic, you're sitting at $175,000. That's not too shabby, right? The key, though, is even when you hit these price levels, you really got to ask yourself, if Ethereum Classic really goes to $300, $400, $500, $600, right? Those are paper gains, guys. This is why you have to have a plan in place to sell, okay? It looks nice. Your portfolio's going up. Shit, I have 100,000, 203. Jesus Christ, I just hit $1 million. I am officially a millionaire. I hit $2 million. I am a multi-millionaire. Guys, it doesn't mean anything. When your emotions take a hold of you and you see that on paper, your emotions can completely take over that thought process and you become completely debilitated towards it. That's the way to think about it. It's like your emotions can create a handicap. It can make you disabled. Okay? You need to have a plan in place today. Don't wait until tomorrow. Have a plan in place today. When am I selling Ethereum Classic? When am I selling it? And you know what? No matter what happens in the chart, you're going to sell your 20% here, your next 20% here, your 30% here. Now you're about 70% out. Maybe you let that last 20 to 30% ride and you put in stop loss limits, whatever. You need to have a plan in place to now. You need to have a plan in place today, now, and scale out of your investments. It doesn't mean jack shit if Ethereum Classic hits $400 and you haven't sold anything. You're going to be the person then looking at it hitting $400 and saying, oh my God, and then watching it do this, okay? Because it will correct monumentally hard, okay? That is what it has. This is what these assets have done through the history of time. Have a plan in place today. That is the number one thing today you could do to benefit yourself if you're lockstep in this market. And I give you guys a lot of credit. If you are here today and you have not gotten weeded out by the massive downturn the market has taken, guys, take a moment to really, and I really mean this, take a moment to give yourself a pat on the back and recognize you are part of the very small, I know we are a small community in crypto, at Twitter, okay? Small community. You are a small percentage of the population that has remained convicted in this market. Give yourself a moment to just appreciate that. But now put that aside. Okay, put it aside, recognize it's all for nothing. It is all for nothing if you don't sell your investments as they start to get euphoric. Have a plan in place. Make sure you do that. Damn right, Kathleen. I think YouTube's going to demonetize this video. I've cursed way too much. The algorithm is just going to go crazy. Oh my God, we don't like CBG. We're going to shadow ban him. He's just cursing all over the place. I'm going to give you an emoji on that, my friend. That's what you need to do to be successful in this market, right? You do need to work your ass off. Anything, I'll digress here and I don't want to, but when I meet someone for the first time or I get to know somebody, whatever it is, whether it's a love interest or whether it's a friend or whether it's something I see in a family member, you want to know what the number one thing I admire and respect in someone? What you just said. Oof. Somebody who works their ass off. Somebody who works hard. Someone who is driven, has desire, has ambitions, goes after it. You will not financially succeed in this market unless you put in the time to study the market. You can't come on a channel like this and expect that one live stream a day is going to do it for you, or watch another YouTube channel, or follow one piece of content and figure that's all. No, you got to do your own homework and research. I've always said to you guys, I have been extremely consistent in what I've said about this channel. Use my content as a data source. Use it as a point of validation or invalidation. You should have a handful of data points. And I hope that this channel, my content, is one of them. But it's only one. There's other content creators out there. There's other publications out there. There's other places you can go to educate yourself and formulate your view of the market, right? But I'm just one data source. That's it. There's plenty of other good content creators out there. There's a lot of shit out there, but there's a lot of good other content creators out there, and you should utilize them as well. But do the hard work. There's no substitution for it. It doesn't matter what it is in life. I get the same thing when I train in the gym. I get And especially as I get older in life, like I really do, all kidding aside, appreciate the compliments I get. I get a lot of, I don't know if I've just been more self-aware. I don't know if I've kind of come out of my shell over the years, quite frankly, and just been more comfortable with myself and just been more open and friendly with people in the gym. I get a lot of compliments, a lot of really nice compliments. I don't even know how to respond to, and my way of responding is just with humor. A lot of compliments on things related to working out. And my response to that is, look, I've been working out since I've been 14 and a half years of age. There's no shortcuts. I've been working out. I'm not going to say how old I am, but I've been working out consistently since age 14 and a half, since June of some year, okay? And there's no substitution for that. My physique, my health, my fit, that wasn't given to me. I have earned that shit. I earned that. No shortcuts, never taken an illegal substance, never put anything in my body. I don't even know the shit that's out there. People mention stuff to me, I don't know what it is. It's the same thing with investing. There are no shortcuts with investing. You got to work for it. And one of the best things that can happen to you, and this is coming from a place of someone who has made plenty of mistakes, one of the best things that can happen to you, you funk, okay? YouTube algorithm, don't want to get demonetized, YouTube. You funk up. And when you funk up, it allows you, it depends on your personality, it depends on your mindset and your personality type. When you funk up, it allows you an opportunity to step back, evaluate what happened, and learn from it so you can do different moving forward to benefit yourself. The people who don't benefit from those situations are the people that blame others, blame another situation, or don't take the opportunity to step back and learn from it. Increasingly over time, I am thankful that I am one who is willing to step back and say, hey, CBG, you're human. Like, you're going to mess up. You have to accept it, put it aside, you're angry at yourself for messing up, put it aside, put that emotion aside. What can you learn from this? That's what you have to be able to do to be successful in this market. There isn't anyone, it's the same thing with my actuarial exams. Same thing. I did not pass all of my actuarial exams on the first time. I know people who are I call them intellectually gifted. These people will go through these actuarial exams, and let me tell you, these actuarial exams, especially when you get to the fellowship level, the FSA level, they are no joke. They are ridiculous, okay? I know people who pass these things like on their first try, and maybe there's one exam they don't pass on their first try. I was not one of them. I got my associateship pretty quickly. I got my ASA pretty quickly. But those FSA exams, they were brutal. Brutal. I got a whole ton of 5s. You needed a 6 or above to pass. They score you on a 0 to 10. I got a lot of 5s. 5 was the borderline. You fail, 6 you pass. It doesn't matter what grade you get. At the end of the day, you pass, fail. That's all companies care about to get your credentials, all right? But I got a whole bunch of 5s. And it was just such a, it's crazy to think back on it. It was the hardest, most difficult time I ever went through in my life, going through those actuarial exams. There will never be something more intellectually challenging than going through that. But you know what that created, I think? The ability to go through that and ultimately succeed and become a fellow of the Society of Actuaries, which I'm very proud about. I earned that. What came out of that was a realization. For me, personally, it was a defining moment for me when I finally got my FSA. It's crazy thinking back. When I finally got that fellowship, what I realized is I knew no matter what came my way in life, whatever challenges there were, I was going to get through it. I knew that I was a person who was very confident and sure of my abilities, that if I wanted to succeed at something, I was going to get that shit done. It's a mindset thing. And I tell people that I meet the same way. I know someone that's doing a bodybuilding competition this weekend, and I left them a voice message. And I said, you're going to have a lot of people, they're going to tell you, give it your best. You know, all you can do is give it your best. And, you know, at the end of the day, you know that, you know, that's all you need to do, and go out there and give it your all. No, I told this person, go out there and win. You deserve number one. You earn this. I see how hard you work out in the gym. You earn this. Go out and get what you have earned. Accept nothing less. Know that you can do this. And that's the mindset you need to be successful. Same thing in investing. There are plenty of people that are highly successful at investing. There is no reason that you cannot be highly successful at investing. There's no reason that you can't, right? But it doesn't come to Oof's comment without hard work. You got to put in the hard, you got to make a lot of sacrifices. Get up early in the morning. Stop bitching and complaining that you can't get up at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Get up and study this market. You're not a morning person? Fine. Stop bitching and complaining. Stay up until 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night and study this market and earn it, right? Stop making excuses. Earn it. I've been doing this for years, okay? And again, I'm not shy in saying this. If I was as successful investing in this market specifically as I could have been, and quite frankly should have been in some ways, I wouldn't even be working a 9-to-5 right now. That's how successful I would have been. I would have had enough money. I'll just leave it at that. I would have had enough money that I could have just walked away and said, this makes absolutely no sense, and I'm just going to go into business for myself. And I'm not there yet. I will get there because I believe in myself, and I know I will get there, but I haven't gotten there yet, right? So you learn from that stuff, and you move forward. But that is the mindset that it takes, absolutely. Everybody ready to mount the horse and go into battle? I feel like I just gave a war speech. Everybody just fucking ready, let's go! Let's see, what do we have here? I can turn it up a notch and then turn it down a notch very quickly. It's the same thing in the gym. I can get intense and then smile and give you a hug at the same time. DJ Neutronic, not yet, but that is something I believe I should be looking into doing. What is the timing on that? It's a good question. When should I release a video on the 4 to 5? Because that's what I said. Handful. I want no more than 5 because I don't want to overcomplicate life. 4 to 5 indicators I specifically will look at because I have all these different indicators in my head and I haven't even formulated what the specific 4 to 5 are. When am I going to release a video on those 4 to 5 indicators when I'm going to sell? I think the right timing for that, based on my expectations for the market, I think by the end of this year, beginning of next year. So I think either December, I think sometime between December and February of next year makes the most sense to publish that video because I want it, one, the market's not going to top before, I would find it highly unlikely we're going to top before then, but two, it gives me enough time to really put as much thought as I want to into it, make sure I have the right indicators, and three, it also will be close enough to that event occurring that it's fresh in everybody's head. So thank you for asking that. And believe it or not, I was thinking about that the other week. I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. I was actually thinking about that. Appreciate it. There we go. What's up, brother? Wise words. DJ Neutronic. DJ Neutronic, you should DM me on Twitter. It's, you must know me personally. I'm assuming at this point you know me personally. DJ Neutronic. Interesting. DJ Neutronic. Now you're starting to make me think, who are you? Yes, I'm 21. Stomp 442, the grind is real, bro. Got to make it happen. I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Guys, I got no more charts. I will take one charting question. I haven't seen any charting questions come up. Everybody just needed a wartime speech. I'm good with that. We can take the wartime speeches. Let's take a look at the markets real quick here. Looks like we got a little downside in the indices outside of the NASDAQ. DXY barely held on to a gain. Mana was up 7% today. I completely missed that. Harmony 1 is up 5%. I'm missing that as well. Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. All right. Party at CBG when we cash out. I will tell you this. Yeah, macro trends. CAS BTC relativity chart. Guys, that's a chart I literally cover on every single CASPA video I create. It's something I cover on every CASPA. Why do you think I cover that? It's like literally the most bullish chart I've been evaluating. Let's get into injective protocol. J. Kim, thank you for the question. We have not evaluated injective protocol in a bit. Let's take a look at it. I appreciate you asking that question, my friend. Are you new to the live stream, or do you catch it every now and then and you're silent, which I respect? 3-day is getting interesting. Okay, let's get into the weekly. So first off, you can see a general downtrend that I had here that we've broken out above, which is great to see. You can see all the areas of resistance and support that I have here. Of course, I can take this off. This is old. This is from a descending resistance. I haven't looked at this chart in a little while. Interesting. I see something interesting going on the chart. Not sure if you guys can see this. The technicals are trying to pick back up here. I like to see that the stochastic RSI on the weekly is above 20. J. Kim, you're a regular. Bro, you're too silent. You should, I never say bro. Brother, you should chime in on the comments more frequently. I appreciate the question. But if you have nothing to say and you're an observer and you just like listening, believe me, I completely respect that as well. I'm the same way. I don't really chime in on comments with live streams much. So one of the things that I do notice in this chart immediately, let me point this out to you now that the chart has continued to evolve, as I've said before. Check this out, okay? We got what could end up being, it's too early to tell yet, okay? It's too early, but we could be getting an ascending triangle. Flat top, ascending base, okay? If this is to hold, I would expect another rise up in price here, another touch, and then a break to the upside, okay? Now, the other interesting thing about this formation, if it does pan out, okay, we also have a pole here. So you could actually technically say this is a bull flag, okay? We got the pennant here. You got the base up here. We have a pennant in here and a flag down here, okay? So it could be a bull flag. But besides that, it looks like really the main thing here, I don't want to overcomplicate this chart, my friend. We have a serious level of resistance at 10 bucks, and that's the ceiling of our potential. It's not confirmed yet, but potential ascending triangle / bull flag, okay? So we got 10 bucks. That's the main level. Areas of support, you can see them here. I don't want to see us... Honestly, I really don't want to see us break below 650, because if we start to break below 650, what that's going to open up the door for, let me just take this out of the way. If we break 650, this area right here, okay? If we break this area here, it's going to significantly increase the probability we'll go towards 560. Now, why would that make me nervous? Because you can see we've had 1, 2, 3 weekly candlesticks hit that 560 area. The more we come down to that level of support and we hit it, it doesn't express strength. It actually begins to weaken. The general rule of thumb, any good technical analyst will tell you, 3 touches is okay. Once you start to increase 3 touches on an area of support, okay, that's when the probabilities begin to significantly increase that it will break, okay? So that would make me a little nervous that we'll start to go towards 5 and hit this huge green area I denoted before that I was expecting us to hit that we've never hit between 440 and all the way down. I don't see it going down to $3, but at least the $4.40 to $4 area, okay? So let's hold that 650 area. But again, as long as we hold the 650 area, the technicals are starting to pick up here. The other thing to keep in mind, once we hit $10 for the 3rd time, now the probabilities are significantly increasing that $10 will break, because the more we hit resistance, it doesn't express strength on the resistance. After that 3rd time, it expresses weakness, and there's a higher probability it's going to break. It's the same premise on the support, hitting it more than 3 times. So we would love to come up here a 3rd time and hit this $10, because even if we don't break it that 3rd time, That fourth time, nothing's guaranteed, but it's almost guaranteed we're going to break it the fourth time, right? And then you can see other areas I have here at 13, 15, 20, and 27. Now, the other thing that's juicy that I kind of pointed to here real quick on the 3-day time frame, I love to see if we can get this 3-day candlestick, the 3-day candlestick to print up in this area towards the 750 mark. Why do I love this setup? The reason I love the setup, look at the 10 simple moving average. The blue line, you see this blue line? It wants to curl up, okay? The 20 simple moving average right here, the orange line, it wants to curl up and cross all above the 50, okay? And you have the 50 purple simple moving average, which has flattened, and that's going to want to begin to curl up, okay? When you have all of these simple moving averages in descending resistance like this, okay, actually the 10, sorry, I kind of funked this up, okay? Oh, fuck, I fucked this up. Now I got to delete this. Hold on. Completely invalidated what I was trying to say here. You want the 10 to look like this. That's the 10, blue. Okay. And then this is the 20 orange. All right, there we go. So when you have the 10 above the 20, above the 50, above the 200, that is the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful things you can see on a chart, because all of the moving averages are in descending order, which is what you want to see, okay? So I love to see that. But it looks like some momentum is picking up on this chart. If we get to see that significant upside in the crypto market that I'm anticipating for fourth quarter, I would suspect you're going to see Injective Protocol break $10 before year end. We'll have to see. But, excuse me, that is what I'm seeing at the chart in the moment. Kathleen, I appreciate you being in the Enforcer. You are the best when it comes to that, really. Guys, that's all I have. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day on a Friday. I'm going to go chill. I'm going to Netflix and chill by myself. That's what I do. And I hope you enjoy your evening or your morning, afternoon, night, wherever you're at. There is a possibility, although no one said anything in the comments, so I don't know how much interest there is, but there is a possibility that I may live stream on Sunday. So make sure you click that bell icon for all notifications to know if I go live on Sunday after the Eagles beat the shit out of the Washington Redskins, to go live to cover that monthly close. If not, I'll get a video out there on Bitcoin. And of course, I'll be live. I'll be back on Monday. No matter what, even if I don't go live Sunday, I'll be back on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I'm here every single weekday taking your TA questions and pointing out what I'm looking at in the market. So let's keep that close. Again, today, just want to see Bitcoin close above this descending line at 26,800. Okay? 26,800 today on Bitcoin. We want to see close above in an hour and a half. Everybody have a good evening, and until next time, spread awareness, and let's all carry the education forward.